Hey, Drake. Alright, let's see. Do. Alright. It's Umu time. Alright, let's go ahead and boop. Alright, let's see. Umu and Uwu. Oh god, I just thought of something. Nero saying Umu, but in the style of Ara Ara. Umu Umu. Right. I believe I already saved that. Okay, 2 days left. 2 days left of the third round. I head toward Rin Tosaka to thank her for her hint on how to remove the reality marble. It was a simple trick, but writing my name on my hand kept me from disappearing into oblivion. How did it go? Were you able to put Alice's reality marble back in her toy box? Thanks to Tosaka, I dispelled the reality marble that Alice's servant had put in place. Actually, I have something else I want to talk to Rin about, and that's Alice's strength. Considering how adept Rin is at using magic through machines... Sorry. She might know more about Alice. Abnormal. Well, I couldn't sense any foul play from here on campus. Perhaps her servant is skilled at building alternate worlds, but frankly, the magic needed would overload the human brain and magic circuit. Still, servants have to be fueled somehow. Otherwise, they would just be very powerful objects at rest that tend to stay at rest. If what Tosaka says is true, then whatever Alice is, it isn't human. I've heard that the dead of dead people in the Seraph manifest like ghosts on occasion. A dead person's data. There are no ghosts in the moon cell apart from those recorded on Earth. Humans don't die here, so the only virtual ghosts are echoes of angry hackers etched into electrons. Okay, so Shinji and Den are actually okay. They just kind of experienced a pseudo-death? Question mark? Isn't it obvious? People aren't really alive here, so why would their ghosts be here? There aren't any people in here, either living or dead. Just Magi who've bonded their magic circuits to the virtual world and hacked in like Rin. Even if masters die, this isn't the place their spirits will haunt. Because people die when they are killed. The moon cell deletes the data of defeated masters, and is thorough enough not to permit loose data. If data from any deceased person incorporates, it's immediately dismantled by the system. Anyway, the point is this. Ghosts can't be created here. But someone who qualifies as previously deceased might be permitted by the moon cell. A ghost. Someone who's been dead since the very beginning. That's what she's talking about. Alright, no more chit-chat. We're enemies, don't forget it. Still a vital piece of information. I think about what Rin Tosaka told me in the afternoon. A cyber ghost. If that is the case, then in the real world, Alice is already... It's not a very happy thought, is it? But if it's true, that child only exists as a soul. What are your thoughts on asking more about this subject at the chapel? If those sisters are knowledgeable enough to perform alterations of the soul, they may know about this. Go to the chapel? Not a bad idea. The sisters who do the alterations of the soul might know something. I'll try to head over there later. Alright. No guy standing here. You're not here for an alteration? Then what are you here for? To take advantage of my free time? When I tell her I'm not looking for an alteration, Toko Aozaki responds with irritation. Before her mood entirely sours, I ask her about the two Alices and about ghosts. Ghosts? Well, isn't that quaint? Toko Aozaki becomes more animated and she turns my way and says more. What we perform on the servants, through their masters, is a mod to their magic circuits. We sculpt your spiritual bodies in a way that maximizes the flow of energy from master to servant. I've seen those Alice girls aplenty. It's not for me to say whether they're twins, but from what I can see, the girl is what people call a ghost. If she is indeed a cyber ghost, she'd have no bodily limitations to her magic output. So in other words, pure ether. Pure magic. Without a brain to burn out, she would have no limits. Even if her soul started to break apart, she would continue to spew magic until it all burnt out. Still, for a ghost to utilize so much magic, she'd need excellent compatibility with her servant. Do you know her servant's class? Recalling that brood, I conclude that it must be Berserker. That is what I answer. A Berserker? Are you sure you aren't mistaken? The servant is using a large-scale reality marble, right? That's not a Berserker style. A reality marble is highly advanced thaumaturgy. So if you think about it, a caster makes more sense. I'm sure there's more to the story, though. A Berserker wouldn't use a reality marble? What does that mean? But if that's true, then what in the world is Alice's servant? I haven't solved the mystery of the twins, but I think I now know that Alice is special. Are you done asking questions? Then I'll get back to work. It may not look like it, but I'm busy. Huh. What I wouldn't give for a nice, talented underling who could make a good pot of coffee. After that, Toko Aozaki becomes absorbed with her papers, tuning out everything around her. That's my cue to get lost. I offer a slight bow to Toko Aozaki and leave the chapel.
Uh-oh, it's the mister. I don't ever want anything bad to happen to us again. Come on, Alice, let's run away. Uh-huh, let's run away now. Where should we go? I want to read a story, Alice. I want to too. Let's read a story, Alice.
Alice must have run away from me. It would be good for me to speak to Alice about cyber ghosts. I just need to find where she ran off to. Actually, I do want to check and see if I have any SP for alterations. I do. Not enough to get the next skill, but enough to raise her defense a rank. Alright, if I remember right, library is on the second floor. Since she said she wants to read a book...
Did the white rabbit come this way? Did we mistake it for the March Hare? You're a March Hare. That's mean. What are you gonna do after you catch the white rabbit? Off with its head. Uh-oh. Run, bunny. Guess what? The white rabbit's here. Where? How do you know? Because it's been staring at us. Why is it staring? Why won't he come out and play? Oh no, we have to play later. You're right. We'll see you later. We're looking forward to playing with you.
Then in the blink of an eye, both Alices disappear. They're really amazing spirit hackers. Shinji would be nothing in comparison. They're 1 second and gone the next, as if the system rules didn't apply to them at all. They're like ghosts. I can't see how I, or anyone else for that matter, could defeat them. That's when I realized there's a piece of paper near my foot. Let's see. And as it uffish thought, he stood, the Jabberwock. With eyes of flame came, whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. It's gibberish. Should I ask Toko Ozaki again? I might learn something. Back to the temple. Oh, it's you again. I'm busy now. Keep your questions short. I relate what just happened in the library, and I show her the code I picked up there. She frowns. Again with the quaint things? This is mirror writing. Anyone could read this with the aid of a mirror. Don't ask me for one. Find it yourself. There must be a mirror somewhere. I better go find one. Weren't you saying a little bit ago that you thought your enemy's servant was a berserker? Think again. A reality marble is a tool used by servants with low combat ability. That's not a berserker style. So tell me, which came first, the berserker or the reality marble? Her words spark a realization. The berserker didn't exist before the reality marble. They're one and the same. First, I'll solve the mystery of this code. There must be a mirror somewhere around campus. Let's see. Well, one of the first things in the school building I think of is the bathroom. Now that I think about it, I can use the mirrors in the bathrooms. There's a mirror. I hold up the code to the mirror and try to read. It turns out to be English. Let me see. Yep. In an uffish thought he stood, Jabberwock with eyes of flame, whiffled through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, the vorpal blade went crack. He left it dead, and with its head, he went galumphing back. A monster that gets decapitated with the vorpal blade. Jabberwock? The name of the monster written on the note Alice dropped. So that means, is that her friend's name? I wonder. I might be able to learn more if I head over to the library. And conveniently, right here. Yeah, I don't like cigarette smoke either. I found a description of the Jabberwock in the literature encyclopedia. Should I read it? The Jabberwock is the titular monster of the poem Jabberwock by Lewis Carroll. The poem appeared in Through the Looking Glass. The poem portrays a nameless hero's quest to slay a fearsome beast.
Oh, hello, mister. What you reading?
Alice suddenly appears behind me.
Alice used to like books with bunnies and mice, too.
I'm going to ask Alice about this Jabberwock I just read about. Is your servant's true name Jabberwock?
Huh? The Jabberwock isn't a servant. The Jabberwock is my... Shh, Alice, it's a no-no to talk about that. Huh? You have to go bye-bye now. We might wake up from the dream if we talk too much. Yep, see you later, mister.
And they're gone. But I've learned that while the monster is in fact the Jabberwock, it's not their servant. If that's true, then it's like Toko Aozaki says. And Alice's servant is actually Black-clad Alice. What's more, that means Servant Alice is a caster. Does that mean they're not twins, but that the servant is a copy of the master? Although I haven't quite gotten to the heart of the master, I think I'm headed in the right direction. It feels like the truth is within arm's reach. Alright, let's see. Do I have enough money to get that mermaid robe? Yes, I do. Just enough. Okay. Flat broke now, but you got Nero a new dress. And she looks damn stunning in it. Alright. Alright. Let's do a little bit of training on the second floor. Let's see. Bug. Alright, let's see. Ow. Ow. Yay, leveled up. Okay. Man, this thing's a bitch to fight. Let's heal. And spam attack. Ooh, ether fragment. Nice. Hold on. I think I see something over there. Unless that was just the, Okay. Alright, let's see. Earth Call is a kick-ass enemy name. It kinda is, actually. Too bad the enemy themselves are actually pretty annoying. Got him! Dead bee. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Dead bee. Alright. Anything over here? There is a big empty space somewhere in the middle, so... Yeah, it looks like that was on purpose, though, because I don't see any platform or anywhere that it could go to, and I think that's the other end, yeah. Actually, wait... Hold on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Bird. Double tap bird. Alright, let's see. So, boop boop. Boop boop. Double attack? Whew, nice. Weather Drive is also an amazing name. Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. Thought that was something else. In that case... Yeah. Burp. Alright, Did I call it with break? I did. Alright, let's see. Let's see, I didn't see... Yeah, another weather drive. Let's see. Boop, boop. Yep. Called it. And he did. Dead bird. Got a remedy. Let's see. Anything over here? Nope. Oh, these guys. Still haven't quite got a lock on their pattern. Got a critical. All right. Ah. There we go. Let's see. Nope. There we go. Ow. Yow! Okay. Okay, definitely need to heal on that one. Okay. Fair chunk. Ow. Okay. So we've had the two big treasures up here. Now, part of the question is there anything beyond it? And I have a feeling I'm going to have to get past these two to find out. Doesn't look like it. Heal 32. Veil of Petals. Actually, wait. All right. All right. Not a bad round. Okay, let's see. Okay. Fount of the Healer. And then break. Break him. Alright, let's see. Yep, nothing up here. Maybe there's something in that one corridor up there that happens to lead to that castle? That's the only other guess I could think of. And then I guess tomorrow... let's see, yes. Sleep well, Tiny Saber. treasures obtained. I didn't see any other treasures that I could have had. Unless that's referring to that one thing I missed that Fujimura asked for. Alright, let's see. Names to be uncovered and places still unknown. Fire-breathing dragons and cloud-spouting giants. And magics that are monsters in the shadows. Maybe, just maybe, the words of adults are lies. The truth of all is in Professor Dodgson's mind. Territory creation. The smallest door, the maddest tea party. A checkered board in the rainbow meadow. The riddles of the chatty twins. But my favorite of all can only be this one. The invitation to the nameless forest, where all can be forgotten. Let's make a separate file just in case. Alright, last day before the elimination battle. I need to track down Alice and see if my theory is correct or not. And I'd better do it as soon as I can. There isn't much time left. Okay. A fair amount of money. Saber have anything new to say? The noble sound of clashing metal truly slices away my frustration at that labyrinth-like arena. Your observational powers can no longer be considered plebeian. Your true capacity was this mastery. For the excellence in your commands, I commend you. I will train harder to keep a pace of you. Aw, that's actually really sweet. Alright, out we go. I guess commissary time. Oh no. Oh no. Super spicy Mapo tofu. No. Sorry, as a Fate Grand Order player, this gets me. Context. That Kodomine Kirei guy in Fate Stay Night, that was his favorite bull that he is associated with. Let's see. Also, in Fate Grand Order, it is a really stupid common drop. So stupid common that you get it even when you're rolling for something bigger. Alright, want to do an alteration? Yep. Let's see. Let's go ahead and boost her magic this time around. And we got Thrice Setting Sun. Artillery Applause acquired. Good. some of my former glory has been restored. So it's the Fate equivalent of Animal Crossing Sea Bass. I guess that's a good analogy. Uh... Uh-oh. There she is. I can see her big poofy skirt at the end of the hallway. It's Alice. I have to question her. Who knows if she'll answer me, though.
Hi there, mister. Is something wrong? You look all scowly.
Alice looks puzzled. I blurt out what's in my head. Does your mirror...
I am Alice through the looking glass. I am the stories she reads.
The answer catches me by surprise. My heart clenches in my chest. I am not Alice. I am Alice, servant of the girl called Alice.
I am the friend that Alice wished for, and the Holy Grail granted. The Jabberwock is also my friend.
Yes, but it is not a servant. Alice created it.
That Alice is my servant.
Alice?
Is Alice. Alice is Alice.
This is disorienting. I'm not even sure which one I'm talking to. Mirror images. The two of them are mirror images of each other. Reflections. Alice's dreams take shape in the mirror world. Story dreams, where her servant is the protagonist. So that's it. Her servant is the protagonist of her stories. No, a fanciful character turned warrior. The girl is grinning up at me, like none of this phases her.
So then, see you tomorrow, mister. We'll play the best games together. Ooh, I can't wait.
Alice waltzes off, a smile playing innocently on her face. Can I defeat her? But if I don't win, I'll be the one to disappear. I glance at the arena door expectantly. Well, time for me to take care of at least some of the map in the first floor of the arena. Alright, let's see. Yeah, she did say Oni-chan in the cutscene. It's translated in the text as Mr., but she's clearly saying Oni-chan or One-chan. I think Oni-chan is big brother and One-chan is big sister. My Japanese is a little rusty. All right. Ow. Also, Escher, we have MC Slinky here. All right, let's see. In that case... Alright, hug the walls, see what we can find. Also, what the heck just charged at me? Oh, another Slinky. Another Slinky cube. Ow. Those alterations of the soul are definitely paying off. Let's see. Nothing here. Okay, let's keep going. Alright, these guys. Prophecy. These guys guard a lot. Let's see. Alright. Hmm. Called it. Ugh. Let's see. And there we go. He did. I have to keep hugging the walls. Nothing else going on in this direction, by the look of it. Alright. And Slinky Cube. Alright, and he dead. Ugh. Alright, let's see. Okay. Ah, perfect. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let's see, anything in this room that leads... Aha! That's what I was missing. And there we go. Let's see, anything in other parts of the room. Okay, that's the... Aha! Okay. Ah, I see. All right, let's see. And you did. Okay. Ah. All right, let's clear up this part of the map and then let's go. All right, so what's this over here? Pure ether. Ooh. You know what? Now I'm curious. What's it do? Okay, so we have an ether shard, small amount of servant's HP, moderate amount of servant's HP, completely restores a servant's HP. Oh, that's quite a jump. Definitely gonna have to reserve that. Actually, just gonna check to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. I guess we can make our way to the exit and probably fight a couple of respawned enemies along the way. Ow. Basically an X potion, yeah? Uh... Okay. Double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. I still think this particular room is shaped too weird to not have anything in it. It's really weird. Hmm. Okay. All right. Moment of truth. Oh, she's not sleeping right now. Well, now, we've come to learn the identity of that child before the elimination battle. She may be dead, but any sort of sympathy would be absurd, okay? She is an opponent you must fight. Mr. Dice Lord! Hey! Thanks for joining! And thank you for having been subscribed for 21 months, Blackjack! Alright. So, our enemy is Alice, and her servant's true name is Alice. The favorite game of oceans and card counters everywhere. Let's go ahead and save. Alright, time for the elimination battle. Today is the elimination battle. I trust that your preparations went smoothly. I turn toward the voice coming from behind me. He wears the clothes of a priest, which in the end only makes the snide tongue more jarring. Lucky Keela! Thank you for joining the stream. What the Alice did you say about Alice, you little Alice? Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling like stop by the commissary if needed. Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the elimination battle, I should go to the chapel and the commissary. Or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information on the enemy servant. And then, once that's in order, I'll go to where Kotomine is. Alright. Alright, let's organize our information. It's time. If I don't overcome my smiling, precocious enemy, the flame of life that will be snuffed out is my own. Kill or be killed. Both choices are terribly cruel, but I cannot lose. It would be good to review all the things that have happened this week, one by one. First, there was the friend who turned out to be a monster. I thought it was a berserker. Right, from the ferocious intensity that Alice's friend displayed. I was positive it was a berserker. Next, Alice erected a reality marble in the arena. It was a reality marble so large it blanketed half the arena. It had the ability to Remove you from existence, retard all motion, except running, shrink your body, remove you from existence by eroding your memories. That's right, Alice proclaimed that inside of it people would forget their names. Then they'd forget they existed entirely. It was scary. However, if I was to believe that the monster was her servant, then the Alices would be twin masters. According to the rules established by the Holy Grail, there can only be one master per servant. So then, how could there be two Alices and a summoned monster? The answer to that puzzle is... Oh, this is a trick question. Okay, I'm gonna save state here. Let's see. Both Alices are actually one person. Nah, there's got to be a better answer than that. If I think about the information I gathered. Yeah. Okay, so one of the Alices is the servant. Toko Aozaki pointed out to me that berserkers are incapable of using reality marbles. Then, while I was researching in the library, Alice herself said that Jabberwock wasn't her servant. Here's my thought. It's all the same thing. The Jabberwock, the reality marble, they're part of the noble phantasm created by the other Alice. So now we are at Matrix level E. That means we will be much more likely to predict the enemy's moves when we go into that elimination battle. And then, there's the fact that Alice's very essence seems to mingle with her servants. Alice's servant can't exist without Alice's dreams. And Alice can't live without her servant. Which makes sense if she's been dead probably a long time. Someone call Markiplier. Alice is stuck in a dream, always trying to grant her own last wishes. Alice's servant's identity is best described as the channel through which Alice's dreams manifest. Right. Shall we depart for battle soon? I find this chill nearly as oppressive as I find heat. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. Now that we are Matrix level E. Alright. Unfortunately, Dice, I do not believe Archimedes is in this game that I know of. I know he's in the Extella games, but I don't know if he's in Extra. Which is a shame, because I think he'd be a servant you'd like. Let's see. Commissary. Yeah, for whatever reason, the Fate Extella games and and Fate Extra, I think, take place in the same universe, the same timeline. Let's see. I've got quite a few ether fragments. Alright. Let's go to the chapel. I believe I gained a level that day, so I can still buff Saber a little. I still don't get what it means by stabilizing damage stats. Actually, this is a caster I'm dealing with, so... Maybe I need defense against magic. Maybe lowers the variance. Yeah, that might be the case. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's save state. Gonna give her a couple of legit tries, and if those don't work out, then I'll probably resort to save scumming. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. Let's go. The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. I wish you the best of luck and hope that you will return. Remember, it's kill or be killed. Epsilon trigger, Zeta trigger. Let's go. She's just a little girl. Shouldn't be too hard, huh? I mean, if they were able to summon the Jabberwock.
Yay! Playtime again! What do you want to play today? Hide and seek? Tag? Or play house?
Tag.
Alice wants to play hide and seek. Alice is the best ever at hiding. Even from the mister? Yeah, even from the mister. Yeah, we're really good at hiding from people. The mister would never find us, even if the mister looked really, really hard. And then, we're gonna cut off his head when he's looking for us. Are we really? Uh-huh. Because anyone who's bad at games gets their head cuts off. That's the rule in Wonderland, remember? But you can't do that and hide at the same time. Right, because if no one finds us, we'll be lonely. Uh-huh. We'd be really lonely. So we'll just beat up the mister if you can't find us.
How about a different game?
Don't get in the way. I'm not talking to you right now, mister. Yep, Alice is talking to Alice right now. That's right. Alice only talks to Alice. I thought you were the same as us. The exact same as us. I thought Alice wasn't going to be lonely anymore. If you don't like me, then I don't need you, mister. Alice is the only one Alice needs. She's the only Alice for Alice. You're not my Alice, mister. I don't need you anymore, mister. You're in the way now. What big girls deciding matters on their own. Still, I always enjoy watching their harmonious accord. I cannot help but feel sorry for them. Their brilliance is but the sparkle of dreams escaping a corpse. But if you want to play with us, then just this one time I'll play with you, mister. You're so nice, Alice. Then Alice will play with the mister too. Let's have a lot of fun. Don't run away again, okay?
We're in a war, Alice.
War? Alice doesn't like that. We only like playing. It's so much fun to play with Alice. I'm super duper happy. Alice loves to play with Alice. I'm super duper happy. Mister, you're not our friend, but we'll play with you just for today. We'll all have fun together. Let's be happy together.
I think she's not just ghost, she's insane. The elevator vibrates to a halt. We're there. Here we go.
Alice wants to thank you for playing lots and lots this week. Alice had so much fun. We haven't had so much fun in a long, long time. Alice is happy and says thank you too. But we're all done playing with you now, mister. Alice wants to play with just Alice now. I don't need you anymore, mister. I'm gonna miss you, but it's time to say bye-bye. What do we say next? You forgot already? It goes like this. Now good Tom Thumb, your work is done. The tale is at its end. May dreams of dark embrace your heart. Night's curtain does descend. With great mirth I'll cut off your head. Life from your body rend.
Indeed, all tales must end.
Master, you're a sweet person. I know you've grown attached to these girls somewhat, but life rests on the precipice of death. Shall I make that fatal tension even more exquisite?
Saber versus a caster. Let's go. Matrix level E, so... That's an awkward position to start with. Artillery applause. Inflicts physical damage on an enemy. Less HP than Robin had. Oh, she has. Well, then again, casters are basically kind of like the black mages in Final Fantasy. They're glass cannons. Not that much health, but they hit like a truck. Gain luck. Oof. That hit. White Queen's Enigma. Oh, strengthened her. Ooh. That was a good hit. All right. Artillery applause. Guard. Artillery applause. And another artillery applause, I guess. All right. The Plains of Winter. I made a good decision to guard. That looks like it would have hurt. Okay, she blocked that. Uh. Heal. Guard. Frenzied March Hare. Uh-oh. That didn't hit as hard as I was expecting. Well, things are going all right. The problem is Saber's used all her MP at this point, so... Okay. Frenzied March Hare again. Oh, stun. Good thing, because... Oh, Saber was almost dead just then. March of the Black Tea? Okay, let's see. Okay. Ow. Good guard. Lots of magic use, as you'd expect from a mage. Yep. Oof. Okay, White Queen's Enigma, that boosts her break damage. I actually feel kind of bad for her since she was crying just then. Oof. Frenzied March Hare. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Playing it safe. Tagged. You're it.
Huh? We're disappearing? Oh, it's over already. Why?
Servant Alice firmly grasps Master Alice's hand. They cling to each other, their voices plaintive.
Alice was alone for so long. Nobody noticed me. I had no home and I was sad for a long, long time. Then Alice found Alice to belong to, and we were so happy. We even had a home. That was all we needed. Forever and ever. Just like this. That was all we needed. Why does it gotta end? Why did they take our happiness away? Why? Shh. It's okay.
Alice gives a small smile.
Alice already knew that everything would go bye-bye. I don't remember very well, but I'm probably already dead. My body isn't in that hospital anymore. Alice is like a box with nothing inside of it. There wasn't ever anything there since the beginning. And even back in the hospital, there was no Alice left inside Alice. No one noticed Alice. I was alone. It hurt. No one treated Alice like a person. It was the same after Alice came to Wonderland, too. Alice was so alone. That's why I know that my home here and my Alice will all go far away soon. But, mister, you cared about Alice, didn't you? Huh? You always paid attention to Alice, mister. It's 'cause you're like Alice, mister. Except you still have a real place to go home to somewhere. Thank you, Alice, for being my friend. For always being with me. And thank you, mister, for seeing Alice, for playing with Alice. I really wanted to play a little more, but bye-bye.
With a sound like the crumbling of sugar, Alice glitters for a moment. And then, she's gone.
I am a reflection. This time I was Alice in the looking glass. Even if I'm summoned in the next war, I won't be the Alice I am now. I am always someone's fanciful creation. The real Alice is a mystery, but being Alice's servant made me happy.
Right before she crumbles away, a single drop falls from her eye.
Why am I crying? When I know that even if I cry, I'll never be the real thing.
The licorice girl chases after her sweet master. I should be used to the harsh rules of the Holy Grail War by now, but I can't desensitize myself. If this is natural, then this system is twisted at its core. And So the girl disappeared. I didn't wish for her to die. I didn't wish for anything. But I still led her to her death. This is the third death I've caused. The rules of the Holy Grail War demand that I kill. But that girl will never see another day because of me. The guilt weighs heavily on my soul. You are lamenting over the death of your opponent. A warm, caring voice breaks through my gloom. The loss of life is a sad affair, especially if it's a consequence of the ruthlessness of war. Ruthlessness? I think pointlessness would be more accurate. Point taken. However, you fight because you have no other choice. You either kill or die. There is no mercy to be found in war, and the sadness of causing death is still there. But humanity dreams of the Holy Grail's power. They entrust their hopes to a higher power. They do this because they know that they aren't capable of doing what is best for all. More so than death, this fact is what saddens me the most, said Leo. That's really pathetic. People who can't save themselves and us who are already damned. Those words ring of someone who sees themselves as a savior of a world in chaos. Wait before you pass judgment. I was born and raised to be king of the world. I'll remember your grief and her pain so that one day none will have to die for nothing. I have joined this battle in order to end the world's cycle of suffering and deprivation. Once control is restored, I can put an end to the conflicts brought on by scarcity and want. Isn't that what you desire? For your grief and her death to have meaning? In a perfect society, all people must be equal. To save the world, there must be equilibrium. Those ideas are poison. There is a seductiveness to his words that is hard to ignore. Or maybe his ideas are what's needed to heal a fractured world. The boy's oddly comforting voice lifts my spirits, which had sunk after Alice's death. What a way to comfort someone. This person's totally clueless. Being bombastic helps nothing. Suddenly forcing her way into the conversation was none other than Reen. The unrestrained hatred in her voice perfectly matches the animosity of her expression. I overheard your little spiel. It's what I expected from the plutocratic Harway family. I care about all. I wish nothing more than to see a world where everyone has their place. And, of course, that place is under your rule, with you deciding who lives and who dies, correct? Your world is a place where you alone decide whether a child is to be fed or left to starve. Where a person's entire life is dictated by the whims of the Harway family's desires. However, you are not a god. If you want to live as you do now forever, go ahead. I don't care. But for me, I cannot and will not accept things as they currently are now. If you wish to build a country dominated by saints, fine. Just leave humanity out of it. So my information about you being a potential insurgent was correct after all, Miss Tosaka. You assume I don't understand your position, in that you're wrong. However, you need to realize the efficient distribution of resources depends on proper management. I can assure you that my family has no plans to stockpile goods for financial gain. Once you see how we rule, you will understand our grand design for the well-being of humanity. I'm aware of the Harway plan for prosperity. Everyone in their place with no place for dissent. That does sound like a dictatorship. A paradise based on stasis and class immobility. No change and no hope for a better future. Stability at the expense of hope and joy. A world where people don't live, only merely exist. I mock anyone who'd choose that path. Living as merely one of the flock doesn't appeal to me. Miss Tosaka, that is because you have an inherent strength that the masses lack. Perhaps it is good to feel that you're in a fight to preserve your very existence. However, would you wish for all of mankind to suddenly be given the same strength? I mean, that is to say. Of course you wouldn't. You are all too aware of your selfishness and your pride. Oh boy. Are we calling hypocrisy? I think we're calling hypocrisy. Because of that, you could not share your pain with those without the strength to bear it.
I could and would. I'm not as soft-hearted as you make me out to be.
Is that so? You will always help those in need. Your compassion will lead you to your defeat.
What did you just say?
Joy is ephemeral. In order to save humanity, you must first be willing to let them die. Okay, hold on. Given what you were just saying a minute ago, yeah, there are so many contradictions just in that statement alone, throughout the whole conversation. The world needs a strong leader, Miss Tosaka, and once I gain the power of the Holy Grail, I will be the one true king, and my virtue will illuminate the darkness that engulfs the world. The European plutocrats control 30% of the world, and none have voiced their discontent. Opposition to our rule comes from outside the farm, to expand on your analogy a little. In short, either join the flock, or be slaughtered. Our current view is that the populations of the Asian region are expendable. Okay, and like that you've lost me. Of course, we have plans to integrate the region, should they choose to support our aims. To think we agree on something. Okay, I understand perfectly now. Wait, what? What exactly do you understand?
That I was right in entering the Holy Grail War this time around. So, Leonard Bistario Harway, heir apparent to the head of the plutocratic Harway family, I swear to you that I will crush your delusions of genocide and despotic rule.
Okay, she had me going for a second there. To be perfectly clear, you intend to kill me?
Seeing as I seriously doubt that anything short of taking your life would stop you, yes.
I see. I have faith that someone of your intellect will understand one day. Or maybe you already do.
Talk about stubborn. I can't fault your dedication to your megalomaniacal delusions, though.
Reen's open declaration of war. I don't think it'll escalate hostilities the way it did with Julius. Leo has chosen this path, and she has done so as well. Their battle will be fought within the Holy Grail War. One will win, the other will die. And then those two will eventually disappear. Only I, who has nothing, will remain. Leo's plans, Reen's determination, I have nothing to fight for, yet I continue to fight and kill. Unlike the real world, I can feel the weight of this virtual world press down on me. Even so, I have no choice but to fight. That's right. When it comes down to it, fighting is my only real option. It's either fight or die. But how long can I keep this up? When I can't bring myself to continue even one step farther? Well, we missed out on a couple of treasures, so couldn't quite keep the 100% streak going. Maxwell's demon. Maiden's Empire. That's right! She never got to use it, didn't she? So her true name is Nursery Rhyme. Let's see. Maxwell's Demon. Maiden's Empire. Queen's Glass Game. A story without end. A childlike finger returns to the first line. A tiny hand reaches out for the second volume. For as long as the reader denies reality. Transformation, A+. I will change. I have changed. I am you, while you are me. I'm going to change. I will have changed. I am you, and you are me. I am thou, thou art I. Persona? Metamorphosis, A. This is the ability to merge one's own body with the body parts of others. The higher the ranking of the skill, the further away one becomes from being considered a true hero. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That kind of stuff doesn't matter at all. Whatever you say needs to be done. I will do as you order me to. Okay. A nursery rhyme is a children's refrain. Tom Thumb's charming picture book. The first glimpse of Mother Goose's awakening. The sorrowful me to the lonely you. Your final wish. Let's make it true. Nursery rhyme is not a hero in the traditional sense. Rather, it is a general term for any picture book that has managed to manifest itself into a corporeal essence. The genre itself, deeply loved by the children of England, came into being as a reaction to the half-voiced dreams of the young and eventually emerged as a servant who became a champion of the innocent. It formed the foundation for perhaps the best-known work from the author known as Lewis Carroll. His book Alice in Wonderland began as a series of simple rhymes told to the daughters of a family friend, while rowing down the River Thames on a warm summer's day. That bit I didn't know. The servant nursery rhyme is actually a type of reality marble. It projects the true feelings of its master and creates a pseudo-servant in a form imagined by the one who summoned it. What I did know about Lewis Carroll was that he was also a mathematician. He knew a lot of how to work with numbers, and that's partly why he managed to incorporate chess and cards into basically the whole universe of Wonderland. Actually, what was it? All her stats are E, but her skills are A across the board. Alright, let's save. Alright, let's get started on the next week, see what that has for us. The air is tense. The tension in the air reminds me of how it feels when an opponent pairing is announced. My pairing hasn't been announced. However, I recognize the two girls in front of the bulletin board. The girl in red is Rin Tosaka, and the other is a girl the same age as Rin, or a little older. The girls size each other up, and without a word, each glances away from the other. One of these two girls will die. That is what fate has decided. Rin Tosaka and Rani the Eighth are equally powerful. I can only gain from one, taking the other out. I'm not the only witness. It's Julius. He walks over to the bulletin after the two have left. Neither side will hold back in the battle. If I could watch the fight, I could learn quite a bit. Without a single glance this way, they leave. I really don't understand, but I'm nervous anyway. So we just went straight to night? We didn't get to do anything? Okay. The moment I see Rin Tosaka, I know the time has come. Her body language is as aloof as ever, but I can see the focus in her gaze. Today's the day they fight. One of them will die. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Julius. That's nothing unusual, but it worries me for some reason. What Julius said in front of the bulletin board about Rin and Ronnie's battle is still bugging me. Maybe it would be a good idea to track down Julius. From outside the multimedia room, I hear a faint voice. I put my ear to the door in order to hear better. It's Julius. I can't make out the details, but he's talking about a program's code. I knew it. The firewall around the battlefield is just too strong. Security as high as there. I sense him moving and shuffle away from the door in a panic. There's nowhere to hide. It's you. His aura of murderous intent makes my heart leap out of my chest. But then he promptly leaves. Even though he's tried to kill me in the past, Julius doesn't seem to register my existence. Maybe I'm not worth it for him to suffer yet another penalty for fighting outside the arena. Excuse me. The multimedia room is a bit bigger than the regular classrooms. At the front of the room is a screen. Instead of a ceiling projector, there's an old-fashioned film projector. That's odd. Could be here all the time for all I know. I never visit this room. That device has been rewrought, and recently. My servant is right. That film projector seems to be warping the very airwell data around it. Something must have been done to it, probably by Julius. For what purpose? As I reach out to inspect it. The fuck? Weird. When I touched it, sparks went flying in my brain. I think I was attacked by some program. But although it makes me dizzy, the effects pass immediately. I don't think it did any damage. I wonder what it was. Somehow I don't think it was Julius's doing. I'm pulled from my reverie by the earth-splitting sound of a weapon. Someone means business. I brace myself, thinking Julius has returned, but he's nowhere to be seen. Then suddenly an image emblazons itself on my brain. Ronnie. Next to her slim form is a giant servant, and facing them are Rin Tosaka and her servant. This must be an elimination battle between the two of them. The film projector spins into motion, projecting images of the battle onto the screen. So we're watching this. We're watching Ronnie versus Rin. And oh man, that looks like a big guy. Oh, that sounds like he got a lot of buffs. Fallible bow. Good guard. Oof. I'd have thought that would have done more. Ooh, that hit hard. Getting to watch other masters fight would be a huge advantage in a war like this, where information is crucial to survival. It goes without saying that it's a total violation of the rules, but I'd expect nothing less of Julius. In any case, why did Julius leave halfway through? Was that his plan, or did something go wrong? Leave your speculations for later, Master. You would do well to observe this splendid fight. My servant draws my attention to the screen. Rin and Rani are facing each other. The forms of their servants can't be made out clearly. I know, they look pretty clear to me. The image quality isn't bad per se, but it's more like there's a masking effect overlaid to hide them. Even with that security measure, I can tell both servants wield long shafts. They're both lancers, then. My eyes only see the sparks from their lances as each thrust, parries, swipes, and defends. Ronnie's servant seems massively powerful, but Rin's isn't giving an inch. Either one could win. The owner of the Red Lance will win this. It's the classic David and Goliath situation. Saber declares Rin's victory, seemingly arbitrarily. The servants are equally matched, but that girl has more creativity at her disposal, so she will win. She's better able to exploit her enemy's weaknesses. She wields her brain as if it were a blade itself. The darker-skinned girl realizes, but does not have the cleverness to counter. It must frustrate her. Rin notices she's winning too. Her posture is full of confidence. On the other hand, there is a hint of alarm on Ronnie's otherwise expressionless face. And then, the clash suddenly stops. I can't make out what's going on, but I can tell that there's space between the two opponents now. The one who backed off was Ronnie. Her servant contorts and starts gathering energy. Even through the blurry screen, I can tell an inordinate amount of power is being summoned. I am sorry, Professor. I must return the chassis and life you bestowed upon me. Maximum velocity, infinite. Helm to the northern sky. Mode, Osiris. Continuation of duties deemed impossible. In case of failure, destruct self along with Moon. What? Performing final directive. Wait, what? Atlas homunculi can pull off crazy stuff like that? You fool! This isn't something to self-destruct over! After taking a beating from Rin, Ronnie must be intending to use her last resort. Never mind Rin. Wouldn't that liquefy the entire arena? She used her command seal. That's a trump card you can only use twice in the entirety of the war. And Ronnie just used one. No, her command seal isn't what's causing this horrendous power to well up from within her. Her heart is a kiln on the verge of exploding. Anyone who saw her right now could tell. Ronnie's body was built with the capacity to overload like this. Your magic circuits are a critical convergence. You don't need to throw your life away like this. Ooh-wee. A kamikaze, huh? What do you do now that she's stolen your patented move, master of mine? Rin's servant addresses her with a flippant tone, totally unsuited to the intensity of the situation. That's old news. Save the jokes for later, Lancer. If she's serious, then we need to go all out. Her heart's made of ether light. Before she blows up the arena, skewer her to the core with your noble phantasm. Ooh, I like it when you're desperate. What a treat. All right, it's finally time to end this. At Reen's command, Lancer takes a stance and gathers his strength. It builds and builds until... The next attack will settle the battle. They will not have the time to resort to their command seals. Even the victor will suffer greatly. It is possible that both contenders will end up perishing. As Saber cuts herself off, she looks directly at me and says in an annoyed tone of voice, "What is that strange look upon your face? Do not tell me you were thinking of saving them." I didn't realize I was telegraphing my emotions. But more importantly, what did my servant just say? Could there be some way to save them? It sounds like there might be, but Saber wasn't enthusiastic. Yes, indeed there is. I intended to keep it to myself, yet I find you dragging it from me. Although reluctant, the young blonde servant points at my left hand, at my command seals. So long as the screen connects to where they are, you may save either one of them. But their location is walled off. I would require the assistance of a command seal to transit there. So it's actually impossible. Still, command seals exist to make miracles happen. I would need one seal to get there, and possibly a second to survive once there. We could lose 2 seals. Wipe that look off your face. I cannot believe I must ask this, but I will ask anyway. Do you truly intend to save one of those girls? Oh. A situation of opportunity cost. Ooh. Ronnie's about to blow, though. Yeah, but... Good thing there's no time limit on this kind of thing. This is actually a really tough decision. They both have helped me out a fair bit. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really kind of torn, and I don't think I have the confidence to just leave it up to a coin toss. Oh, this is painful. This is really, really painful. Just a second. Back. Sorry about that. Hmm. I'm gonna have to make a new save for this decision either way, so I suppose if anything goes wrong, I could come back to this. Ronnie looks like she's about to blow anyway. So I'm gonna save Rin. Ronnie's going to self-destruct any second. I'm going to listen to my heart and save Rin. My servant springs into action with no sign of disapproval. Time is of the essence. Power surges through my feet, electrifying the air and bending the floor. Space warps around me. The distortion rips a hole in the screen. My servant leaps toward it, and the world melts into streaks. My vision goes black from the rapid acceleration. My hand tingles where the command seal burned off. When I open my eyes, I find myself in the arena. Out of the frying pan and into the fire, literally. The air sparks as the arena begins to melt around Ronnie. Ronnie knows why I'm intruding on her fight. A blatant hostility is poured upon me. We don't stand a chance. Praetor, use the command seal if you want to survive. If we can last even a round, we can escape when the Seraph's forced termination activates. Alright. So I just need to survive one round, huh? Okay. Break. Attack. Attack. Break. Actually, wait. No. I can take the opportunity to hit real hard. Attack. Break. Okay. Fallible bow. Did a lot of damage, but we survived. In response to a third party's intervention, the Seraph drops a wall between the enemy's servants. That's it. This is my chance to rescue Reen. No, we were too slow. That girl will self-destruct before the Seraph forces a withdrawal. We won't make it. Even the protective wall between us and Ronnie can't contain the force of the blast. Saber, Reen, and myself will be evaporated instantaneously. Suppose I don't have a choice. Looks like I'm the only one who could do something about this. It happens in the blink of an eye. With a curse, Reen's servant dashes straight toward Ronnie. Like a blue comet, he zooms through the wall, even as the enemy servant's spear rakes across his right side. Lancer! Hey, little girls like you shouldn't play with big girl toys. I've accepted my own fate, but I can't be at peace with it if you threaten those I want to protect. Through a storm of flashes in the overheated air, the lance continues unerring, running Ronnie through. The red lance's barbs scour the flesh from her ribs as it pushes in and through. Caught in the lance as it falls to the ground is a heart and lung system constructed of opal. Time. Per regulations, a forced withdrawal will now be performed on Silver Shinobi. Everything happens at once. The heart explodes behind me, creating a massive shockwave of data corruption. The world is crumbling, but I'm holding Reen's hand. Ronnie's large servant collapses around her, protecting his fallen master from the wave of data. And then... Ah, damn it! Ow! That bastard took off my damn right side! Cut cleanly down the right half of his body. The blue-clad servant sits alone before the wave of data. It's hopeless for him. He has no time to get help, and eventually, with that wound... Don't worry about me. This is the reality of the battlefield. We do what we can, little man. At least, I'm grateful my master was able to survive. Now I just need to work on finding ways to defend people without getting myself killed. My lady master is going to be livid. It's your job to calm her down in my place, okay? That wisecracking smile suddenly disappears into white. I hate to say it. Ranza gashinda. Kono hito de nashi. I come to in the multimedia room. The command seal on my left hand is now smaller, but my exhausted servant and Reen are by my side.
Where am I? Why?
Those words are all she can manage. She blacks out. The intense battle, followed by the rapid acceleration of teleportation, must have completely drained her. The film projector has gone still and the screen is dark. Reen was taken to the nurse's office after she collapsed. She's still asleep when I pay a visit. According to the doctor, she woke up earlier feeling okay. I'll wait around until she wakes up again. Come to think of it, I haven't heard a peep out of my servant in a while. They must be angry. Naturally, you fool. Why have you shown compassion to that woman? You turned my stomach. Be gone from my sight. She's never been so openly hostile toward me before. She must be very angry about what I did. But wait. I heard her say that she admires kindness before. So why is she angry at me for showing compassion? Don't be ridiculous. I only enjoy when leniency is bestowed upon me, not when it's given to others. Wow, you're selfish. Ah, I see. She's just so imperious that I don't dare criticize her. Saber brews in angry silence. Nearly half an hour later, Reen finally wakes up.
You! What were you thinking?
Reen goes from comatose to bitch in 3 seconds flat.
You're a participant in the Holy Grail War too. Why would you do something moronic like save me?
And don't give me nonsense about me being about to die.
My victory was right around the corner.
Ronnie's self-destruct was bad news, but Lancer was capable of stopping her and her servant.
Hey, let me see your command seals.
Huh. So you did use one. I figured as much. Don't you regret using it, seeing as how you're handicapped for your future fights now? I already know she's prideful, and her servant warned me. Still, I didn't think she'd be so damn angry at me for helping.
What are you staying quiet for? Do you regret what you've done, or not?
I have some regret.
As you should. If you didn't feel the gravity of the situation, it wouldn't feel right to thank you.
Well, whatever. Still doesn't sit well with me, but you have my gratitude. Thanks. Alright, that's enough of that. On to the main issue. I left the arena before my win or loss was determined, so my command seals are intact. By the same token, without a win, I'm effectively dropped out of the tournament. Get it? Oof. I'm an anomaly in the system now, disconnected from the logic of the Holy Grail War. Reen displays her hand. The command seals are still there, but they've turned gray in color. Honestly, even if I'd won, I would have taken significant damage and lost in one of the next fights. This way, I still have a chance. I may no longer be able to attain the Grail, but I can defeat Leo. Although I would have preferred to fight to the end with Lancer. No, I can't think like that. Anyway, what you did may have been a stroke of genius. Don't get me wrong, no way am I praising you for being reckless. Either she's embarrassed or still kind of mad, because her expression morphs into a pout. It was worth saving her just to see this expression. But if I told her that, she'd probably yell at me again, though. Okay, on to the next issue. Was everything up until now not important to Miss Rin Tosaka? To be honest, I've had enough.
What are you saying? I wanted to thank you, and I thanked you.
I'd just like to discuss a crucial topic, if that's okay with you. How'd you disrupt our battle? The Elimination Battle's firewall should have been impervious even to a command seal. Trying to break through the firewall would have caused the system to fry your brain. The Seraph attack program. I remember having to deal with it at first, but it doesn't seem to affect me anymore.
That can't be right.
Even if your body is safe, your brain wouldn't be able to handle the strain. Oh, speaking of which, aren't you... I mean... A look of shock washes over her face, leaving an expression of confusion in its wake. Never mind. I was just thinking out loud. Forget I said anything. Anyway, don't try any more idiotic moves. The Seraph won't allow you to get away with it twice. Her warning delivered, Reen begins to rise off the bed. Then it stops as if something occurred to her.
Hey, does the name Twice Peaceman ring a bell by any chance?
Twice? Can't recall hearing the name. I might have heard the name before, but why bring him up now?
No reason, really. You kind of remind me of him.
Never mind, just forget I asked. After saying that, she drifts off into her own thoughts. What kind of a name is Twice Peaceman? Alright, saving. Alright. And with that, I think we're at a good place to call it. That was a thing. That was a roller coaster. Alright. Save state. And let's see. Who is online that we can raid? You got us, Sundere. Well, I see someone we can raid, and I know someone who will get the joke behind the raid message that I have in mind. We are going to raid with Lancer died. Ransaka Shinda. And we're gonna go ahead and raid Phino Tyson, who is currently playing through some Fate Grand Order. Making sure I spelled that right. All right. Tomorrow, house needs to be fumigated, so I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. Let's see. I'm going to try to stream tomorrow, but it's probably not going to be that likely. Anyway, I guess this would be a good place to pause playing Fate and then get back to trying to finish the 4-job fiesta, because I think I've spent enough time off of that for like a break with Fate Extra. Anywho, let's raid. I'll see you guys later.